We are here today with Mark Thompson. Mark, welcome back to the show.
Thank you for having me. It's been a while.
Mark used to be on my show all the time. He actually created his own platform. He went off, just done amazing things, and now you're back again with a software that I actually interviewed you about a previous version of this years ago. And it was one of my favorite softwares. I actually use this, and I say actually because I do so many reviews of software that I just don't have time to use them all. If I use them all, I would drive myself crazy. But there's some of them that I've actually used in my business, and this is one of them. You have EasyVSL. This is the version 4.0. I'm going to read off the headline. I'm really curious about what's new in this and why we should all be excited about this. It says here, meet the next generation EasyVSL, enhanced with AI, easily create high converting videos in just minutes. So Mark, what's this all about and why should we be excited?
Yeah, well, thanks for having me again. So EasyVSL has been around since 2015, I think. And so we have about 70,000 marketers, entrepreneurs that are using the platform. So it's been around for a while. Just not to bore you with all the details, but it used to be an old Adobe Air based application. Adobe Air kind of got sunsetted out, and so we had to redevelop it from the ground up. And so while we were doing that, we thought, hey, let's go ahead and start adding in some really cool features. And so we have a brand new user interface. We've added a whole bunch of AI features to make it even more intuitive and easier to create high converting videos. And so the whole concept of EasyVSL was to create video sales letters. And so if you've ever created a video sales letter, or at least I'm sure you've seen a video sales letter before, where it's a video with almost like a slideshow presentation with words on the screen. And it's been used for decades. And some of the highest converting sales offers use VSLs. And so what we found in the market was it was hard to create these VSLs. At least back in the day it was, where you had to, from scratch, create all of your different slides, and then you had to record your voiceover. You had to sync the voiceover with the slides, and you would either have to do it yourself, and it would take several hours or days to do this, or you'd go and you'd pay a video person thousands of dollars to create it. And so the concept was, well, why can't we just allow them to upload their voiceover or put in their script? It automatically will create the presentation for them, automatically sync their voiceover with the slides, and you can export it and you're ready to go. And so that was the initial concept that we had back in 2015, and it really took off. It was our best-selling product at the time. And so we've just continued to improve on it over the years. So we had version 2, version 3, and now we're up to version 4. And so with version 4, we've because AI is here, it's mainstream now, we've really tried to focus on how can we leverage AI to make it even easier to build out your VSLs. And so with version 4, you'll have your traditional VSLs. You also have our what we call kinetic topography videos, where you see the kind of animated text on the screen. It's just a little bit more eye-catching. And so now in version 4, we wanted to add kind of that social media element, kind of the TikTok style video into this version. And so that's what we've done. We call them live action videos. And so now you can have dynamic kind of live videos as the background with your kind of captions or your subtitles on the screen. And so now we've added the ability to really pull in, so we can read what the script is saying and then be able to match videos that will match your script. And so you don't even have to go out and find video backgrounds. We'll just go out and do that for you. So really just there's really a next level of automation that's built in, and I'm sure we'll probably reserve a few minutes. I can show you a quick demo in just a little bit here.
Before we jump in, we're doing this interview before this product is even going live. And I know you guys are going to be doing a special pre-launch webinar where people can sign up and get even more of a glimpse into this and get a special deal. What incentives do they have as far as clicking that link below and signing up for this webinar? Why should they come in and see you?
Well, so I mean, first off, there's going to be some education. So the first 30, 45 minutes will be showing you guys, if you've never created a video sales letter in the past, I'm going to show you guys kind of behind the scenes how we go about crafting our scripts. One of the features that we do have is AI generation script creator, so you can use that as well. So that's really nice. But we also have kind of a specific formula that we've used for creating video sales letters, and there's a certain cadence and there's certain elements that make up a video that converts really high. And so we've taken it over the years. We've looked at Alex Hormozi, Russell Brunson, all these guys, and we've kind of created this blueprint. And so I'm going to be walking you guys through that. And at the end of the webinar, I'm going to give you access to this blueprint so that you can hopefully go and create your own video sales letters in really any niche and create high converting videos. And so that'll be the first part, and then the second part will be the demo. I'll be walking you through how easy it is to create these VSLs. You can do it in really a matter of minutes. And one of the incentives of being on this live call is we're going to have kind of a bundle offer where you're not only going to get access to the new version of EasyVSL, but you'll also get access to our Creative Club. And the Creative Club is going to give you a whole bunch of additional features and add-ons to to your license, where you'll get additional royalty-free images, videos, music, and then also you'll get additional credits for the AI sync technology. So we are using a third party that helps to make sure that it's super accurate. So when you go to upload your video script, we can create that presentation for you, as well as sync the audio with your presentation. So you're going to get more credits for that as well, and that's going to be at a one-time fee. So if you actually go and buy our product and then purchase the first upsell, which is the Creative Club, you will have to pay a monthly or annual subscription. However, if you buy the bundle offer that we're only going to be offering on the webinar, you only pay a one-time fee and you'll have access for life. So that's one of the main incentives of joining the webinar.
And I think that's a big one. And we'll cover what's in the funnel in a little bit here. But
sure.
As far as I know, a lot of people, I don't necessarily, if I don't have to pay a reoccurring fee for something, I don't want to. If I can pay maybe like one time and get that deal and not have to pay reoccurring for it, then that's a great offer that you're able to provide to them. So so they can get that deal, they can get that education. And I know that, by the way, Mark, for those of you, I mean, he hasn't been doing launches. He's not on that kind of launch train that people are doing. He's done millions upon millions of sales of products online, and I know that you've used the power of video in order to do that. So you know a little bit about what you're talking about there. So let's jump in and take a little look under the hood and
Sure.
kind of show a sneak preview of what they're going to be getting on that webinar.
Yep. All right. Can you see it?
Yes, we're good.
Okay, so for those people who have used EasyVSL before, the interface probably looks a little bit different, just kind of a fresh design, but it's still the same type of process and wizard. So if you've used it before, there shouldn't be a huge learning curve. But for those who haven't, this is your main dashboard. This is where you're going to see all of your different videos. It is a desktop tool, so it works on both Mac and PC, and so you just fire it up, and you will start by creating your video. And so I'm just going to give this mic demo, give it a name so you know what it is. And so you have 3 different style videos. So if you ever purchased version 1 or version 2 back in the day in 2015, 2016, we really only had one style, which was your kind of classic, your traditional VSLs, which you would go in, you would pick from one of our templates, slide templates, and then you'd add in your script, and then you would sync your audio. And so then in version 3, we introduced kinetic topography videos, which is kind of that animated, text on the screen, and it's just more visually appealing. So that was introduced in version 3. Now version 4, we introduced this live action video. So the whole concept of taking social media, all these TikTok and Instagram reels and YouTube short type videos, and being able to introduce it into EasyVSL and making it really easy. So I'm more than happy to walk you through these 2 styles, but what I'd love to do is focus on live action first, just because it's new to version 4, and it's what I'm sure a lot of you guys who have used EasyVSL in the past are interested in. So I'm going to go ahead and choose that. And then you can choose, do you want horizontal, do you want box feed, or do you want a story? So depending on where you're going to be using this video, you can choose what your format will be. But for this one, I'm going to do 9:16, which is kind of your vertical, looks really good on mobile. And so then you need to insert your script. So if you want, you can start from scratch. And I can show you that in a second, where you can start from scratch and you can actually use AI to write your script. So we actually ask a bunch of different prompts. So, what is the script going to be about? What's the call to action? Do you have any testimonials? What are the points that you want to discuss? And then it'll go ahead and it'll output a script for you. And we also have some kind of behind the scenes prompting based on a lot of what I teach in the upcoming webinar on how to make a high converting video sales letter. It's going to help do that for you automatically. If you already have a script, you can go ahead and copy and paste it. Or what's really cool is now you can just record a voiceover, and I can say, okay, I'm going to upload this voiceover, and I'm going to take, let's just do this one here. So this will be the beauty skincare one. And so now it's going to take that voiceover and it's going to automatically convert that into a script. So I'm just going to say what language it is. So it's super, super accurate. Click on generate. And so now it's basically taking that MP3 file and that voiceover, and it's going to generate the text. So it could take a couple of seconds, could take a minute. So now it's done. And so now, and this is just a short one, just as an example. Mm-hmm. So now you can see that it took that voiceover and it converted it into text. And so what I could do in here is if I could say, okay, looking for flawless skin question mark. And so now each line is going to be a different slide, on your presentation. And so what I can do now is I can just do one final review. Looks good to me. So now it's going to say, okay, this is the text that's going to be on each different scene or slide. And so now I'm going to choose what type of caption design do I want. So we have lots of different caption designs, or you can go in here and you can go and play around with this all you want. So maybe I want to make this a black background, and I want to make it maybe a little bit more transparent. And if I wanted to change the caption color, I could do that. For now, I'm just going to leave it black, and I can maybe make this left centered, and I could automatically. So what it's going to do is it'll automatically auto size the text depending on how much text is on each scene.
That makes sense, because if you've got like so much text on that line and it fills it right up with the text, that might not really make much sense. Or if you've got just a couple words there, it's going to be different lines might have different amounts of text on them.
Right. Exactly. And so now what I could also do is if I wanted to highlight the captions as I'm speaking, I can do that as well. So I could say, do I want to highlight all words? Do I want it to be one at a time? So basically, all the words would show, but then as I'm saying it, each word would get highlighted as I'm speaking it, or I can do it one at a time. So then the text will start to display as I'm saying it. So I'll do one at a time. And then for the highlighting, if I wanted to, I could highlight the specific word. And so for this, I'm just going to do yellow highlighting text.
Is this like the Hormozy style or something? I've seen people talk about that. Like I've seen these kind of videos. You see them online all the time where it highlights it, because a lot of people when they're watching these too, they're maybe especially this kind of a size. They're watching on a mobile device, and they might not necessarily have their sound on their phone.
Yeah, it's really, God, if you're on TikTok or on Instagram, the majority of videos are doing this style of video. And so we wanted to kind of, incorporate that just because of that. That's really where a lot of the attention is going now, but we wanted to do it in kind of an EasyVSL way. And so this is your default slide appearance. So this is what's going to be applied throughout your video. So once you've set that up, and of course you can, change the fonts, and you can, bold, italicize if you want to. And so once you have that how you want it, I'm going to click next. And so now it's going to build out the presentation. So now what it's doing is it's reading the text, and it's trying to match and find videos, royalty-free videos that will be great for a good complement to what is talking about. So it says like looking for flawless skin. So you can see obviously this is a beautiful lady with great skin. Or if you wanted to, I could go through and I could start just looking at all these different videos. Or I could even go in, if I wanted to, I could upload my own. So let's just say, flawless looking skin, maybe I'll go with this one here.
I love how it gives you all the options there as well. It looks like maybe you don't like that one. Okay, I like
Yep.
this one better. And
Right.
it looks like it's just automatically pre-populated there. That's great.
Yep. And so what it also will do is it tries to find kind of what's the main keyword for that particular scene. So like this one's flawless skin, but if I and so it's trying to match the right background videos with whatever text is on there. But if for what one reason or another you can't find something, I could just put in like face, or I could put in skin. And I could put in whatever keyword I want, and it comes back with lots of different options for you to choose from. So again, you can choose from the library, or you can upload your own if you have third-party assets that you've used. And so now I can just start going through here, and I could start picking out my videos. Or if I wanted to, and say, hey, I want this video to extend into the next scene, I can do that as well. And so now it'll go from from scene 1 to scene 2. And then so I can go through here. And so sometimes you may see that it's not 100% accurate. So like this one says thousands of customers are raving about results. So maybe I just want to do like, happy people. And just I could select one here, but I'm probably gonna want like skincare.
Happy skin people? I don't know what to do for this.
Yeah, right.
One. People with
Yeah.
great skin, happy.
Yep. And so anyway, so you go through here, and of course, like what we've done with AI is we've tried to automate as much as we possibly can, but then you could also have your oversight and go through and say, oh, that's not exactly what I want. Yep. And just make it really, really easy. So you can see that the user experience is very organic, it's very seamless, and it's very quick. And so once I have basically picked all my scenes, click on next. And so now this takes me into the timeline. And so now the timeline, it already automatically synced the scene. So now when I click on play, and I'm not sure, hopefully you can hear the audio on this recording of my computer, but if you can't, I'm going to click play, and it's going to start playing the voiceover.
Flawless skin. Our skincare products are designed to target acne, wrinkles, and uneven skin tone with natural, effective ingredients. Experience glowing, radiant skin.
We can hear a little bit of the text. The music isn't coming through very well. We hear a little bit of the talking, but I'm sure you're going to have examples on the webinar when you do that.
Yep, exactly. So sorry if you couldn't hear that, but basically when I clicked play, it started to play that voiceover that I had previously recorded, and it automatically has the captions. It has everything is synced. And so back in the early days of EasyVSL, you had to manually do the syncing. So you would allow the video to play, and as the video is playing, you would actually have to make your sync or your slide markers as it's playing, which is way more effective than having to hire a video person to do it for you. We do give you the tools to do that, but now with the power of AI, we're able to help automate that. And even in version 3, we used a third-party tool called IBM Watson, which you had to go and you had to sign up for your own account. You had to get your own API key. You had to put it in, and then you could start to use the sync technology. Well, now it's already built in. You don't need to do that step anymore. It's all integrated seamlessly, and we just have a basic credit system that will allow you to do this syncing, and it does it automatically for you. So. And then on top of that, you could also add, we have integrated background music. So you have all these different tracks that you can use. And so say that you wanted to add, and so you could start to play these and just preview them. Or if you find one that you like, you can just add it right into the timeline, and then you would publish it. And so then it's ready to go, and you can go and upload it to wherever you want to. So it's just super, super intuitive. And this is just one of the options, guys. So this is like I said, the new kind of live action. We do have some other ones like, and you can do different styles. Like this is, your kind of more traditional 16:9. And then I'll show you the kinetic real quick. So just so you have a full understanding, let me just do this. Set language. Do that quickly.
That's fast.
Yeah, it's super fast and it's super accurate. Like it's correct. Like I don't need to even really review this because like it is exactly what I say. I know sometimes like AI in the beginning it was like kind of good. It's starting to get really really good now. So it just your workflow can just be so much faster. And so these are the different kinetic templates that I'm talking about. So just so you have more of a visual to see what it looks like. So as you can see, each of these scenes are just like there's a lot of great animation. So if you're trying to do like a hype video or just something like there's depending on what your goal is, these are really nice options, and there's lots of different templates. So not to go, I'm sure we can provide more of like a full length demo, but at least for the purpose of this interview, I wanted to at least show you some of the new features that are going to be released in version 4.
No, I appreciate that. And like we said before, if you guys want to see more and be able to ask questions and whatnot, you can click that link and join the webinar, and Mark's going to be showing even more inside it there. My question for you is, as far as the sales funnel goes, you had mentioned that if there's like a front end offer that they can get, or they can get that bundle, and with that bundle they get access to, it looks like that was it like a template club? I'm kind of confused about that. Walk us through the sales funnel. Walk us through how all that's going to work.
Yeah, sure. So, for one, I'm sure you'll have a link to the bundle page. So we have a separate page that's going to break down everything. So if you want to go and reference it, you can. So there's a couple of things that you're going to get. So the first one is access to our Creative Club. So like I showed you in the demo, having those credits to be able to sync the voiceover automatically, so you don't have to do it manually. That'll be included, as well as if you want to do the AI script generation where it writes the script for you, you'll also have credits for that, and you won't be paying a monthly or annual fee. It's just a one-time fee. And then you'll also have...
People ask like how many credits, Mark, like how that system works. I always get like, what can you do with the credits? How does that work? Go ahead.
So with the sync technology, you'll have 20 hours per month, which it's a lot of time. Like, I mean, unless you're like a power user, then you can, you will pay for additional credits. However, it's super cheap. I mean, and actually you'll get a discount because you're a Creative Club member. You'll actually get a discount on it. I want to say it is 30 cents per hour. I have to go and double check it. It's super cheap.
That's a lot of video time. I mean, I was expecting you to say you get like 5 hours of video time or something. I mean, that's 20 hours.
So you'll have plenty, and I'm going to say 95% of you probably won't even use all of it. And again, it's going to be for the power users. And if you're a power user, if you have to pay a couple bucks for it, it's well worth it. So it's very affordable. The script creator, I think it's 20,000 words per month. Again, you can purchase more, but it's very affordable. And then you also get additional royalty assets. So if you're just on the Pro license, which is our main license, you won't be able to get as many results. Like, so when I was searching for video content, or if you need graphical assets, you'll get limited results. With the Creative Club, you'll get access to all of it. So all of the royalty assets that we have, there's no limitations. And then you'll also with the Pro license, you get 3 installs, so 3 different computers. But if you have like virtual assistants, or if you have staff that want to use it, you'll actually get 10 license keys. So you'll be able to install it on 10 machines. So again, great if you're maybe a marketing agency, or you have clients, or just staff that need to use the tool. You can do that as well. So a lot of really cool.
Quick, sorry to interrupt you. I get excited, and when the ease of use is something that really stood out for me on this. It's just how intuitive it looks. Like, I know you've got you probably won't want me to tell people like, oh, you don't have to watch tutorials, because then you're going to get a bunch of support tickets. But still, it looks like you don't necessarily need to watch hours of tutorials to basically go in there and start making videos. And that's really important, because if you do have like an assistant or someone working for you, and you could just hand this off to them and say, make me a bunch of videos, start uploading them to Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, and start driving traffic with them. I mean, these are these type of videos, I see them all the time on all these different platforms, and they really work, and they drive traffic. And people think that like, oh, you need to put your face on camera or whatever. You don't. I mean, it's, I think for us doing this interview right now with our face on camera, that's like a different kind of a thing. I don't know if you could do this with that. Maybe you could. Maybe I'm wrong.
Well,
But
you could take the video and then you could import the video right into EasyVSL, and you could use that with a blend of kind of these other different templates that you can use.
yeah, I mean, I just think it's so easy to use. Like I said before, I'm a big fan of this software. I was a big fan when you originally released it. It saved me a lot of time, and I really think that people are gonna are really gonna enjoy this. Anyways, go ahead.
Yeah, I think that's why it was so successful in the early days, and it still is, just because of how easy it is. And sometimes you'll use a video creation tool, and it may be able to do a lot, but it's super complicated to use, or you end up spending so much time trying to like tweak things and get it how you want, that it's like, man, I could have just paid someone to do it, and time is money. And so I think that's one of what's great about EasyVSL is that it really is simple to use, and you could have your video ready to go in a matter of minutes. But anyway, so back to the funnel. So you'll get access to the Creative Club. There's also you're going to get access to voiceover. So I think there's 30 different voiceover artists, that AI generated artists that you can use. So if you don't want to record your own voiceover, you can take your script and you can actually put it into this tool, and it can go and generate the voiceover for you. So that is also included, and there's no limitations on the number of voiceovers that you can create. And then there's also a voiceover cloning tool. So if you want, you could actually clone your voice, and then you can just put in the script, and it will read the script for you, and it'll output your voice. So whether it's your voice or even someone else on your team. So what's really cool is you can so you can save time, right? So you don't, like, if you need, hey Joe, I need you to record this. Instead of doing that, you could just have that person's voice on file and say, okay, I'm going to generate this script with Joe's voice, and it just saves time, and just push a few buttons, and you could even have just a virtual assistant do it for you. So that's also really cool. Then we also have you'll have access to Press Play, which is our customizable video player. So if you want to add lead magnets, or share gates, or auto play the video, or there's lots of really cool things that you can do with the video player. Then you can embed it onto any page, and it helps to customize the user's experience as they're watching really any video that you have. So this is a software that we've also had for a very long time, probably 2015, 2016. We're on version 2 of it, and it's been a great tool, and it's just a really good complement to EasyVSL. So you're going to get access to that as well. And then the final upsell or feature or product that you'll get is our image generation tool. So it'll allow you to create AI generated images. You just give it a prompt, and if you need some kind of customized image asset that you want to add to one of your slides, well, now you can do that with this tool. You can create unlimited images as well. So now you have, basically everything that you need. You have, the ability to create voiceovers. You have, obviously, with EasyVSL, you'll be able to create your VSLs. You're going to have images that you can generate, and then you also have a customizable video embed player that you can use as well. So it's really kind of a really nice suite for all of your video creation needs.
Mark, you're a smart guy, and when it comes to making money with this, I'm really interested in. I didn't prep you for this question. You didn't know I was going to ask you about this, but I'm just curious, as far as like offering this as like a service or driving traffic or whatever, to get the fastest results, what would you recommend to people if they are out there, they haven't really made maybe much or any money online yet? Mm-hmm. And how can they use this tool at a simpler level? Not necessarily, they might not have a big business and be creating sales pages for software and stuff like that. What would you do off the top of your head to make money from this?
I mean, probably the easiest thing would be there's people that are paying hundreds or thousands of dollars for VSLs to be created on Fiverr, on Upwork, and you could leverage this tool to create these VSLs for for customers very easily, instead of having to pay thousands of dollars to videographers. So that's one of the ways, and I mean, people have been doing that for ever since we launched the tool almost a decade ago. People have been using it, and that's part of what you'll receive with the Creative Club is the ability to use it for client use. Okay. So that's the easiest way. The other kind of low-hanging fruit would be if you have like content, whether it's blog posts or any type of like text content, you could take those, turn them into scripts and make them videos, and you can start to publish it on social media, on YouTube, wherever, and start to have a different format of your content. And obviously, like, you know, probably the most obvious things would be to convert these things into sales videos, into lead magnet videos, to webinar registration videos, to affiliate review videos. There's so many different use cases. It's endless. So I guess it really depends on kind of what your existing business is. But if you don't have a business and you're just looking to create a revenue stream, probably the easiest way would be to sell this as a service on a Fiverr or an Upwork.
Yeah, I mean, I could see it's such an easy sell approaching businesses, and even local businesses. I mean, they might have content on their website. They just need simple videos to be made to drive traffic. You could start up some kind of a reoccurring thing where you create these videos. You don't have to have anyone on camera. You don't necessarily have to have anyone talking. You just simply need to add in the text, and it will convert that into videos. Again, for people that watch me, I don't hype up my products. People come on my show. I don't necessarily try to hype up products. I try to give a fair and balanced view on it. But this, again, is something that I've actually used. I really like this product, and I'm really excited to play around with this and see what you've done with this new version of it. Mark, thank you so much for coming on the show today. Is there anything else, anything that we missed, anything you want to mention before we wrap it up?
Well, I think so. There is going to be our pre-launch webinar. So I'm actually doing it 2 different sessions. So we're launching on Tuesday at 11 o'clock Eastern, depending on when you're watching this video. But we are going to be doing two webinars. So one is going to be on the day before, on Monday night, so 8 o'clock Eastern time, so New York time. And then we're also going to do it the day of, an hour before kind of the cart opens at 10 o'clock Eastern. So I'd love for you guys to join me on the webinar. I think you're going to get a ton of value. Even if you don't invest into EasyVSL, I think you're going to learn a lot. So I'd love for you, if you've been struggling with creating high converting videos, I think you're going to learn a ton, but it's also going to be a great opportunity for you to really grab the platform, as well as all of our other, features and add-ons that are part of the funnel.
Again, thank you so much for coming on the show, and best of luck with your launch.
Thanks, Mike. Appreciate it.